personally have said this before. I think the team should be able to play other teams in the spring. I wish there was a situation like, and I get that, Logan and I played in high school. James, you remember from your time in high school, we all had the high school scrimmages. We all had the kickoff classics before that. Would it be better off for Florida State to maybe see how they performed against, just using for example, an FIU, an FAU, someone like that? I would personally rather see that because that would give me a better idea to see where Florida State is at this point heading to the summer. That being said, you can't do that at this rate with the amount of time, with the amount of how practices are spread out or whatnot. I think what Florida State is doing this year is much better. Start off the year with a Duquesne team that you should, and once again, not getting cocky because Mike Norvell lost us a game last year to an FCS team. But we're starting the year, hopefully, to start a one-game winning streak against the FCS team. Hopefully, Mike Norvell can avenge the worst loss in program history. And he can hopefully start off the year on the right note. So that's why I think Florida State is doing the right thing this coming year.
What I wish they could do is in the spring would be the best time to do it. Is like what the NFL does is dual practices. So like going out and having it closed. So like not a scrimmage, but like a dual practice more so. So like you have a crosstown team that you could actually have participated in FAMU. So like, but you don't want that open to the public. But it would be good to have, just somebody different just to mix it in and hear a different voice. But I do think, opening up the season with the FCS school will help with a lot more confidence. I think for the first time in Jordan Travis's career, he's going in not having to look over his back. I think confidence is a big thing. And a lot of people can talk about, what it takes to be like this guy needs to do this, and he shouldn't be a prima donna. He shouldn't do this. He shouldn't do that. But you've never had to compete for anything elite in your life either. Like the quarterback, at a certain point, you want his mindset to be focused. And my high school coach used to say, you got to dance with the lady you bring no matter how she looks. You can't ditch her for the prom queen. And I think it's been so many times where we have literally tried to replace this young man, and he keeps beating people out. Like, just roll with him. And if you're an 8-win team with him, that's great. But imagine if we could have been an 8-win team 2 years ago, a 6-3 team during the COVID year, which I think if he would have been starting the whole time, that's what you would have been. Your recruiting would be different, and where we would be in year 3 would be light years ahead. But, last year it was great. Again, Mackenzie Mill, it would have been an amazing story if it would have worked. But instead of the fan base being divided and arguing about you got all that from one clip, imagine if we would have just either truly just said, Mackenzie, you're the number 2 guy, or we would have actually brought in a number 2 guy. I think things would be a lot different. So, you can't go 0-5 to start the season. That's ridiculous. So 0-5. So you got to come out swinging and winning. And Mike desperately needs to win that game in NOLA against LSU to be able to really get things where they need to be at on a recruiting and just on a confidence trajectory.